Hey, what's up? This is Styler. In this video I will review a LG G3 clone in gold that runs with the MTK6582 chipset and has a 5.5 inch HD 1280 by 720 display. I got mine from the seller called Bob Seller. Be sure to check out the links in the video description for more info. Also be sure to check out my full unboxing video of this phone. You can find that on my channel. So as you can see here, we have here the LG clone. And this is the original circle cover from LG, and later in the video I will test this cover on the clone to see if it works. Let me put this aside to begin with. So let us have a quick look here on the design, and first let me turn it around 360 degrees, and what you may notice is that this phone looks one-to-one with the original. So you really see the design here. You also see the buttons on the back side, you see the logo, so really nice. Okay, so here in the top we find the earpiece, a 2 megapixel front camera together with a proximity sensor and a notification LED. We have here a 5.5 inch HD 1280 by 720 pixels display. So here below we find the LG logo, and this phone will have software buttons just like the original, so there are no hardware buttons here. Also notice the nice texture here in the bottom here. I will try to zoom in if you can see. You can see here the texture here. So here in the bottom we find the micro USB port, a microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the sides we have nothing. Only here we find here a cutout so you can remove the back cover. In the top we have here a fake noise cancelling microphone, and this is also a fake IR blaster, so this phone has no real IR blaster. So on the back we have a fake laser sensor, a 8 megapixel rear camera, a dual LED flash and the volume rocker together with the power button. Let's have a closer look. We also see here the texture on the back side here, and we have the LG logo. Below we find the back speaker here, and you can see that everything looks one-to-one and exact like the original. Very nice. Okay, let us have a look here on the back side, and this is of course just plastic like on the original, but the back cover looks exactly like the same. On the back here we find some fake pins, and these pins don't work with the wireless charging. I actually tried it. We have here also the slots for the SIM card. We here use the micro SIM and the micro SD card, and the micro SD cards work in this phone here. I tested it and everything is good. We have here the battery. It's a 3000 milliampere it says, but I think in reality maybe it's a 2500 maybe. We have here the LG logo, and we see here the back speaker, and we also see here the micro USB port. And here I have an original LG G3 back cover, and let's try to put this on the clone to see if it can fit here. So in top it fits, but you see somehow I can't fit it on directly. I think it's because the cover here is smaller than the clone for some reason. You can see I have to use force if I should fit this. As soon as it fits in the bottom here, it doesn't fit in the top really. So I don't recommend using the original cover here. It may be because I'm having another kind of cover. This cover is with the built-in wireless charging, and I don't know if this is different somehow, but I cannot fit the original cover here on the clone. But I also tried here with the circle cover, and this one actually fits. I think it's because this cover here is a little bit bigger. Maybe we talk about the millimeters, so I will test this later in the video. Okay, so let me now power on the device. And we see here the LG boot animation. So now the phone is booted and we see here the lock screen. We also see here we can swipe here to open up the camera app directly. We have here the clock in the top. And here in the top you see the Wi-Fi, we have 3G, we have here the reception and the battery. And right now I must say that I'm 2 rooms away from my Wi-Fi router, so the signal is really low here now. And here you can see 3G, but you also see the H. So now the light is off, and let's have a look on the viewing angle. You can see, pretty nice viewing angle, sharp colors, sharp picture. You see it here. Okay, so let me try to compare the bezels here on the clone, and I have the original here. So you see here, when we go really close, the bezels are the same, 1 to 1. This is the original LG G3 with the lollipop currently, and this is the clone with the 4.4 KitKat. Let's get close here, you can see here. Okay, so as promised before, I will now try out the original circle cover from LG if it will work on the clone. And this one also supports the wireless charging. So let me just try here to remove the back cover from the clone. This, and let's try to attach it to the original cover here. So you see it does fit, it goes a little bit hard on, but if you just click it on all the way around, it will fit okay. Okay, so let's see what happens when I close the circle cover. And we see it works. Wow. Let me open up, let me close again. And we even have the white light around the circle, you see. So we see here the clock, and let's see if we can swipe here to the side. Yeah, we can. And we even have some options here. You can go directly to the music player. Nice. We have here the camera. Let's open up. Yeah, it works. Let's go back. And we also have here the pedometer. Nice, and some settings. Wow, so here you can even change the clock just like on the original. So you see the white version here. Very nice. Let's try out the double tap. Yes. Double tap to wake and to lock the screen. Let's try it out here. Lock screen and double tap. So let me just remove the back cover here again. Okay, so now I've removed the circle cover and using the normal back cover again. Let's try to lock the screen. And let me just try to hold, for example, volume down. And you can see actually it activates the camera immediately, so that's really nice. Let's go back. Let me try to lock again. And let me try to hold volume up. And it will take me to do. So this is a to-do list. So these are also shortcuts that you can use directly. And actually it's the same on the original LG G3. So they also copied this directly. And let's also try now a pressure test on the screens to see how it is, if it's thin or thick. Let me just try here. You can see. but actually I'm pressing really hard now also. So if I just press like this really hard, it will, you can see here, but if I press like this, nothing happens. This will be just normal. So I would say the screen here is not thin, but it's also not thick. It's in the middle, so you don't have to worry about a thin screen on this version here. This clone here is pretty solid, so you really have to press hard if you want to see anything on the screen here. You can see the pressure test here, really pressing hard. And I just do like this, nothing happens at all. This is not a problem. So you can also hold here and you get the search. And when you hold here, you can see the layout here is also similar to the LG G3, and we have wallpapers here, home, lock, and home and lock, and apps, really nice. And let me try here to pinch to zoom, and we see here the desktops. You can of course add more here. You can set which one should be the home. You can remove here again, and you can move these around also, so that's nice. Let me show you more from the UI here, and let me just scroll a little bit. You can see the speed, it's okay here. Let's go into the app drawer here. Let's scroll a little bit here, also pretty fast. The widgets, so the widgets are also working, but you can see these load a little bit slower, but when they are loaded it's okay here also. Go back, and you can see here I'm using widgets, and I'm using a big widget here and another one here, so widgets are working fine on this version here. I can also resize the widget here to full. You can see here there are no problems. Some users asked me if I could use big widgets and resize them, so this is not a problem. I didn't experience any problems with my widgets. I could place them and resize them and so on, so you can see works fine. Okay, let's go back, and let's have a look here in the quick toggles. So you see here, this is also a copy from LG, so it's the same. I'm using the lowest brightness right now because of my camera is really bright, so this is the brightest you can see. It's really bright now, you can't see anything, so let me just turn it down, and let's have a look inside the settings. See, this also looks familiar to LG, and let me just scroll down so you can see here. This phone also supports LED notifications, and we have here the display, language and input. Let's have a look. Let me just scroll fast through these so you can see. We also have air browse, air call accept, smart screen. Let's have a look inside. So air browse is the air gesture, air call accept says you can wave your hand over the screen to accept incoming calls. Very nice. We have here smart screen, smart scroll. Okay, so we also have palm motion. We have quick gesture entry. Let's have a look inside here. So you can draw a C, for example, to open up the phone and so on. You can double tap to wake the screen. Palm motion, let's see what this is. So you swipe 3 fingers to do a screenshot like this. Let's go back again. General, and we also have the guest mode, and here inside you can enable guest mode, and this will actually also work. So you use guest mode and set a pattern. So for example, you draw a G, and then the guest mode here, you see it here, will open up and start, and you can set which apps should be available for the user in guest mode. So it's pretty nice. Here you set the apps. Go back. Look in about phone. So we see it's using the Android version 4.4.2 KitKat. So let's see here. So I believe this is actually true, because I already tried to install the Google Camera app, and this one also works fine. So this confirms it's real KitKat. Okay, let me swipe down here and go back. Look, the rest, wireless update, let's go inside, seems to support something here also. Let's have a look here inside the storage. So you see it also supports the SD card. So total space, this will be fake. Totally we only have 8 GB storage. This is the SD card I inserted to the phone, so this is the 8 GB card. Let's go back again, and let's have a look in apps. And what you can see is that the phone is using pretty much of the total RAM here. The phone has 1 GB of RAM, and because of that I also noticed small hiccups sometimes in the UI. It's nothing bad, you can see it's pretty smooth right now. But if you're doing a lot of multitasking, I must admit that the phone can sometimes lag a little bit or get slow. So you have to think about that. But besides that, the phone and the UI is really nice. Let me also just show you the air gesture here. Works fine also. Okay, let me just lock, and let me see if I draw in C, for example. And this takes me to the dialer, you can see, if I want to call. And one thing I must say is that the phone comes with a fake Antutu pre-installed, and let me show it here in the Play Store. We have here the normal Antutu benchmark, but you have to use this, the Antutu X benchmark September 2014. And with that version I was able here to get the score here very close to 17,000 points here in Antutu 5. So you see here the results. So with the normal Antutu it will give you about 32,000 points, but these will be fake. Of course this is only a quad-core CPU inside, so you can't get such a high score. 17,000 seems to be more real, and I believe this is the true score of the phone. Okay, so this is how it looks on the lock screen when you get a message. So you can see here a message, and you just swipe here to open up, and then it will open up the message directly. Okay, let me also show you now the file manager, and let's check here the SD card. We see the SD card is found here, and we have the phone storage. So the phone storage is as told before on 8 GB, and the SD card inside I have put inside in the back is also on 8 GB. So this is the SD card, you see it works fine here. Okay. So let me also shortly show you here the notification LED in blue. See it here. Okay, so let us check the weight, and first the original. So the original is 157 gram and the clone is 147 gram. So it's a little bit lighter, the clone. And let's also check the battery alone. So the original battery is 48 gram and the clone battery 38. So the fake battery is clearly lighter than the original here. So even though we have here the same size and the thickness is also the same, it's clearly lighter, and I also feel it now that this one is heavier than this one here. So I would suggest to buy an original battery here to put into the clone if you want good battery time, because the original battery here will also fit inside the clone. So that's a good thing. And now let's check the phones alone. So this is the original, the white one here. So this one is 90 gram precisely without the battery. And the clone, the gold one here is, let's see, 95 gram. So actually the clone is heavier without the battery than the original. So that's a surprise. And here to an OTG test. So here I have my OTG cable and I have here a USB stick I will insert. So let's see if this will work in the phone. No, nothing happens, so definitely not supporting OTG. Okay, let's try now here the Bluetooth speaker, and let me enable Bluetooth. So let's see if it's found, and we have here available devices. So this is the Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, it's found here. Let me connect. Connecting. So now it's connected. Let's try out the music player here. So here we have it. And let me try out. So you can hear it's really loud. And it's also fast, as you notice. So it does react when I press here on the button. You can see it stops immediately, like this. So it's really fast. Really loud also. Okay, so this works really good here. Let me disable Bluetooth again. Okay, let us try out a test call.
Automatischen Bandansage ADAC-Stauinfo.
So this is the proximity sensor. You can see it also works fine.
Die Schweiz, Südtirol sowie für die beliebtesten Hauptreiserouten in den Süden. Persönliche Beratung zu Ausweichrouten, Hotels und weitere Informationen erhalten Sie kostenpflichtig.
So the next thing I'm going to show is the camera app. And the camera app is also the same as on the LG. So you see here, it looks really nice here. We have here another kind of layout, and we have here the settings. So here you see 16 megapixel. You can click here, you can change for the video and the camera. And the whole layout here is exactly the same on the original LG G3. So they made this really nice. We have here mode, normal, face beauty, panorama, and so on. Of course, the phone does not record in Ultra HD, only in Full HD, and the 16 megapixel will be interpolated. The real megapixel are only on 8. Okay, so let us try to do a picture. Something here I will make a picture of, so let me just try here. So you also notice that the autofocus works well. Let me see here. Seems to be in a nice quality. We even see here the texture on the back cover here, so you see details very good, and the picture seems to be sharp, so definitely a good camera here. Let's go back, and here you can also just swipe to switch to the front camera really fast. Let me just try. So you see here it works. Let's have a look on the picture. Pretty nice quality for a front facing camera, and this one is on 2 megapixels, so definitely good. So let me go back here again, and I will also provide some camera samples below in the video description, so please have a look there. So now I'm going to run some different test apps. I will put some louder music in the background, so just check it out. So we are now in the end of the video, and let me list some of the main pros and cons. So the pros are that the sound from the earpiece is loud and clear, and the call quality is very good. The design is one-to-one, and it looks exactly like the original. The UI and software is also very identical with the original. The circle cover also works with this clone, and that's really nice. So some of the cons are that the Wi-Fi and reception is most on half, and the range is what I would call only okay, because it was never really full when I tested the phone. But within the range of 12 to 15 meters, the Wi-Fi speed was really fast, so only a problem when getting further away from the signal or if you have some big walls between. For me, the original back cover didn't fit on this clone here, but maybe it's because the clone back cover and the original have small millimeters difference, and only 1 or 2 millimeters is enough that it will not fit. But the circle cover, as told before, did fit, so maybe it works with some other covers, I don't know. Also, I had some small hiccups sometimes when using the phone. Why, I can't say for sure, but I hope it can be fixed with some hacks or a newer ROM in the future maybe. It only has 1 GB of RAM, I think 2 GB would have been better for this device. Also, the laser focus on the back is fake and not for any real use. The same I can say for the IR blaster in the top, also just fake. That's it for now. Remember also to check out my blog. You'll find the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please comment below. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching. See ya.